Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Legacy and Legends podcast. I am so excited to feature the amazing speaker you're going to get to meet as a special guest during Women's History Month. Will you please introduce yourself, my fabulous friend? Welcome.
Thank you so much, Trina. What an honor to be here. Now, I've got an interesting name because I'm from South Africa, and the pronunciation is Magriet Potgieter.
Beautiful, beautiful.
But my English friends call me Maggie or Margaret or whatever you are comfortable with. But I'm Magriet Potgieter from South Africa in Cape Town.
Beautiful. I love it. Having this international reach for Women's History Month has been really special to me. And I know that God brought you into my life. You're just a precious person and your story touched my heart. So I want everyone to know about you. And we start off with just some fun get to know you questions. Okay.
Hey.
Perfect with your Eat, Play, Love. So number one is, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, that's an interesting question. So I would say it all depends on my mood. So today
Yes.
I was working with a Gladiator theme song in the back. I love the movie Gladiator overall.
That's awesome.
So I would say today, that would be my answer.
Strong. Awesome. Okay. And how about what's your favorite food?
Oh my goodness, I love food overall, but sushi would be on the top of my list.
Oh, okay. So you get a sparkle. When we have things in common, that one gets to be because my son's favorite food is sushi.
Okay.
My family, if we go out, that's their favorite thing. Very cool.
I love eating.
Yes, eating is a good thing and it connects people. That's what I love. When you share a meal, it's like instant connection.
Absolutely.
How about what is a book that has impacted your life?
That's going to be an interesting one for you. So my mentor, one of the people that's made the biggest impact in my life is from America. And he's an author and a pastor there, Leonard Sweet. And I met him a few years ago and read his book, Theology of Play. And I can honestly say that that is the basis on which I built my TEDx talk, as well as this Eat, Play, Love concept on the theology of play, because one of the things that he also mentions in that is you play a violin, you don't work it. So you'll see a lot of the influence from his book in what I'm doing today.
That is beautiful. I love that. And I love having guests on the show. I love to read. And so I'm always getting cool books from you guys. Thank you. And how about what has been your work and educational history journey to this point?
Sure. How much time do we have?
I know a lot of people, like specifically because you're a TEDx speaker, and you can let us know kind of about, what inspired you to do what you're doing now. But that journey that's a very specific journey to get a TEDx.
Very, Trina. So for me, I also mentioned them in my TEDx talk, and I always joke up when I talk about them, is I worked for 11 years in the nonprofit industry. And I showed you when we first met, I have this jar next to me of children's dreams when I worked in orphanages. And so that is I must say, I think absolutely not only my inspiration, but my training ground of using PR media and to connect people and to help others through what I do in my story.
Oh, so beautiful. That's why when I met you, we were fast friends because I have the heart for what you're doing. That's awesome. Okay, so what kind of obstacles have you had to overcome to live the life you're living now?
Sure. Quite a few, my friend. But I can start with the beginning. I was adopted as a baby, so I've always had imposter syndrome. I never felt I fit in. And I think, being raised in a challenging environment, really, I think it helped me realize what it feels like not to feel loved, not to feel heard, not to feel important. For me to be so passionate about helping others, not only through my nonprofit work, but now in my PR media and branding business, to be heard, to be seen, so I would say that, and I am a single mom, so I do have a few interesting challenges that I had to face to be here today. But I do believe our pain turns into our purpose. And that makes me very passionate about helping others that think they can't start. You know, I started with nothing. And it's so possible if you do things in faith, get the right people like you in your corner. You know, I really believe you can move mountains.
Oh, I love that so much. I always give sparkles when we have things in common, but you're right. I could just shower this whole basket of sparkles.
I said to you before the time, just throw.
I know, right? That is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love your mission and what you're doing. And we are so aligned with that your pain leads to your bigger purpose. I mean, that is the heart of what we do. So thank you for sharing that. And I would love to know, what would you say was your key to expanding your reach and connecting with influential leaders?
Sure, relationships, like you. For me, relationships is everything. Yeah, you can literally, this is my sign, the starfish fish story. You know, that it's always about the one. For me, you know, the late night sometimes, or the, you know, big projects. It's not about the quantity, it's really about quality, like we have. Yeah, that makes my heart smile, Trina, because that for me is how you build a good reputation in business, is through your character and the relationships on your way.
That's right. Oh, so beautiful. That's even when I was student teaching, like right before I graduated college, I had that poem with the starfish. And that was the thing. It's like, you're here for the one, you know, there may be tons of people doing great, but if you find that one person who really needs you, or that one connection who's going to expand so more people know about you, you know, that's what I love to do, is help leaders magnify their influence on the world. And you are such a beautiful soul with such a sweet message. I just want to blow it up where everybody knows about you.
I love that. And I can honestly say, like we spoke about your why as well. Like, this for me has been my why in the nonprofit world as well. You won't believe how shy I was. I was almost fainting before I had to go on a stage.
Wow, that's amazing.
I was so scared of talking. But even now, you know, when you do an interview, or this is what I have in mind, always about that one, as you say, the one who needs you.
That's right. That's so beautiful. And then you get brave, right? Because you do it.
Exactly.
That's right. I know you have this really cool thing that you're doing, and it's even behind you, Eat, Play, Love. What message are you wanting to share through your work?
I'm the founder of Rise and Shine PR and media coaching. So for me, it really is to help people from around the globe to tap into their zone of genius, but through templates and through the right platforms, to really be seen and heard for the right people to come to you. As I do believe there's a shift that happens when you are positioned. Instead of going all over the place, knocking on doors, people come to you and knock on your door. It's totally a shift. So for me, through Eat, Play, Love, my TEDx talk was Eat, Play, Love. And the eat symbolizes, you know, how we feed our mind and body and look after ourselves. The play is our zone of genius, and love is non-profit work, our acts of kindness towards others. So I'm very excited to be doing these events now, one a term, to basically celebrate incredible people like you and the gift you bring to the world. I did not think about that in November.
Yeah.
But it's incredible how one's business guides you into these beautiful moments of aha moments.
Yes. And just that expansion too, you know, it can happen quicker than you think when you meet the right people who just want to be a part of what you're doing and get the word out.
Exactly.
And having that heart like you do for what your mission is and who you want to help, then others can know about you and jump in. So cool.
That's the thing. And to celebrate, you know, not see it as a competition. I think that for you as well is very important, because it's it's sad for me sometimes when I see people are in competition, and it's not. This is a table for everyone to sit at and to celebrate your gift. Because even, say, for example, you did PR, you'll do it different than I do. You know, like your energy is different. So we sing a song to the world, and it's important to be very clear on that song, but for the right people to resonate to you as well.
I agree 100%. I do. It's one of my girlfriends and I actually just showed up wearing the same outfit almost to church. And it was so funny because I put a little message. I was like, you could literally be doing the exact same thing, but you would show up differently. We all have different skills and experiences and perspectives. So it would be different. And just to kind of shine a light and spotlight what you do, when people work with you, what can they expect? What can they expect that experience to be like?
They can expect, for me, PR is not a show. So they can expect inner healing as well, because you can't share a story if you're not healed. You can't be, talking about traumatizing things that hurt you, if you're going to be triggered as well. So for me, Trina, it was quite a journey to start last year to pitch for TEDx. After I left my corporate job, a month later, I got it. And it's to be very clear with your story. And it's not always needed to have violent music. We go through tough times, but sometimes, your angle is different than we have to look at what works for you. But your story is your superpower. So they can expect putting on a cape when they work with me. It's really to embrace your chapters as well. It's very important.
Oh, I love it. I love it. We're super aligned. And I want everybody to know about you, because I feel like they can see your heart. And some people they do PR, but yours is PR with heart. Like, you are pulling out that inner story. They get that healing and expanding their reach. And then we help them create it into a business they can actually make money, like speaking from the stage, where they can put an offer in there and fun. Because it's a lot more fun when you're a speaker and you actually get on stages, whether it's virtual or in person, right? Yeah.
It's a lot. And you're the second person telling me today that I get the story out. But it is. I think my journalistic background and stuff helped. But for me as well, like you say, you want to be on stage, but that's when the song comes in. It's like something repetitive. And I remember when I wrote a book for single moms in my country, in South Africa, there was one stage where I got tired of speaking of it. And I actually said to some of the journalists, I don't see myself as a single mom anymore, because I've healed so much and I don't want to talk about that anymore. So it's very crucial in your brand to be aligned with that story that you want to tell. And that is really what we tap into, because that story is going to be your bestseller. It's going to be your TEDx talk, that one line, basically.
Oh, that's perfect. And what about with you now? How are you getting your favorite interviews or jobs? A lot of speakers are like, how do I connect with people?
I think like you as well, we've got Facebook groups. So my group is Write and Shine through your PR and media presence. We're 3,800 strong today, so I'm very excited about that, because that's where the connection and the invites and things take place. These events are the next level networking, because there people see you and they will invite you as well. And like me hosting events, there are other people in this group that's also hosting events and looking for speakers. Once again, networking, eh?
Yeah, it's true though. You get in that lineup and a lot of times speakers will have the same people over and over, because people want to hear from them. They look forward to them.
Exactly. And it's really all about people knowing about you as well and what your topic is. And that, once again, is where you position yourself as the go-to person. And they'll go, I have to invite Trina to be a speaker, like you're going to be a speaker at my next event. Because it's very crucial to be very clear on what you do and who you are, especially in this busy online space.
It's true. It's true. And then the thing of like, what makes you stand out, and I think that was one of the things with your group that I was attracted to. And maybe you can share, what would you recommend to people who are wanting to gain traction in their social media networks and grow their audience? Because you've done that so beautifully.
Thank you. Organic, really, and like-minded people. Because, people usually invite some of their friends over. And when like you and I connect, we know like my friends will connect with you as well, and the same. So it's so it's absolutely and organic. I don't believe in quantity. That's where this comes in again. I do believe in quality.
Yeah.
And for me, it's about the people. It's not about
Mhm.
the agenda.
I love that. I love it. And that's the thing. I think so many people they've missed out, whether it's a forum or, you used to do these things in person. And I know right now it's been a little bit more isolating with COVID and things in the world, but your group, your Facebook group can be like this mini party. It's a space to have your
It
friends
is.
over and have great conversations and hang out. And I love the culture of your community. So well done.
Thank you, Gina. I love having you there. And it's really a strong, like one of my clients just come to visit now from Israel. And it's
Cool.
like we became friends. It's
Yeah.
incredible to see how small our worlds actually got through COVID and in the online space. Now I've got best friends from America and from Israel, and what?
Yeah, it's so true, because otherwise we would never probably would have met. It's just,
Exactly.
you miss out on these amazing people, where now literally the internet has made it where you can have friends all over the world, and sometimes you get together in person, but just like this, right? We're going to share an experience. So
And
I love
it's
it.
incredible. And like I said, the big thing you miss out if you've got agenda. If I
Mhm.
only connect with you for you to work with me, then
Right.
I would have, then I'll
Yeah.
miss out on the possibilities of friendships. And, it doesn't necessarily always go around the sale.
That's right. Exactly. I have some of my closest friends, they've never even been through our program, but they just know us and love us. So they love referring people to us. They're like, I know they're going to be in good hands with you because you're going to
Aw.
take care of them and you care about them. So I
That's
agree.
all that's all you want
Yeah.
at the end of the day. And it's all about I think that trust and to show because a lot of people got burned very bad, unfortunately, as well in the
True.
online space. And it's to create the safe spaces for other people.
I love that. I love it. And just being genuine, showing up like
Yes,
we do. It's like, wow, you're a real person. That's right.
exactly.
Yes. All right. So if somebody wanted to do what you do, what skills or training would they need?
Ooh, so I studied public relations. I did I did a few courses actually a few years ago already. So I did journalistic work. I did publishing a few books, and then also I studied multi-level process coaching.
Mm.
So it's a very interesting background that I have because that's why I create the services that I do, not only as a show, but as a whole process. So,
Mhm.
people would be able probably to do it, but I think there was a lot of studies that also went into from my end. I did a lot of
Yeah.
social media, online courses and stuff as well. So it's interesting mixture of studies that went into this project or products.
Yeah, it's beautiful too, because from the branding element, when you can really understand a person's background and story and help them
Yes.
get those breakthroughs where they're okay being put out there, on a bigger level, that's really what they need too, because they are the brand.
There you go. And that excites me so much because I see people lost in their brand.
Yeah,
And it's like this is just the extension of who you are, your
that's right.
voice. Like for me, it's like my brand colors today. It's so easy just to, really go into because my branding is the extension of my personality, basically.
That's right. Which you're all heart. So I mean, it makes sense.
Yay!
I love it. And then what's the best way for people to contact you if they want to work with you?
They are so welcome to join my group, Write and Shine, through your PR and media presence, or they are welcome to contact me on Facebook DM. I love chats, and I'm Magriet Potgieter, or my email address is magrietpotgieterlifecoach@gmail.com.
Oh, that's perfect. And I'll make sure that all that information is in the podcast and the comments so people can access you. It'll be very easy for them. So thank you for sending that over to me. And then I would love it if you would share. Do you have a quote you would like to share to inspire our listeners?
I love quotes. Like quotes is, let me quickly look one up. The one that I built Write and Shine on, let me quickly, I think you're going to choke up. My money is on you tearing up.
No.
Now this is really quickly. Yes, okay. This for me is profound. I always tear up when I hear it. So this is one from Marianne Williamson, and it goes, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are we not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel secure. Don't make me cry.
Got me too.
Don't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
Oh, that, yes.
It's
beautiful.
I choke up every time I read it because it's such
so
true,
beautiful.
you know, and I think that's what you do as well, Trina. You help people to shine.
That's right. Yeah. Because the thing is, my gift is seeing people who they really are, that bright, shiny spirit, without all the stuff that life has put on them, without the mean words people have said to them, you know, without any of the doubt, like the happy little spirit they were before they went off to kindergarten. You know, it's like,
I agree. I actually said to my friend this weekend, I said to her, we should live our lives like a 4-year-old in a Batman suit.
Oh, yes. So fun. That ultimate courage.
No fear. Like you're just charging with your mask.
My family will love that. I'll be like, Mom, what are you doing? All right, my love. Well, so I've been working on this book for years and I'm collecting hashtags from people. And so I would love to know for you, if you were going to make a hashtag to your younger self, what would it be?
Hashtag dare to shine.
I love it. That one's the one. It's interesting. I get a lot of people tearing up on that because some just, it hits them like, oh, things they've been through. You got us with it. I love that. Dare to shine.
It's all about shining. I think, you know, if you live a life like for so many years, I didn't shine. So now to be able to shine and help others, it's all about shining and not shrinking. That's the biggest thing, I think, overall.
I love it so much. Well, you won all the sparkles, so many. And thank you so much for being on the Legacy and Legends podcast. You are such a love. And I'm so excited for people to know about you and just to be able to spread your message. As soon as I have the podcast out, I will send you the link so you can promote it and share, and we'll have you as a featured guest up as soon as possible. So thank you so much for being a guest for Women's History Month, and continue your amazing work, Magriet, with Eat, Play, Love.
I will do, and thank you. I'm really looking forward to working with you as well. And just thank you for your incredible heart for others. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome. God bless you and have an amazing day. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.